Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Nashwa Saeed and this is the 8th video in the series Recite Right on how to read Quran in the right way following the Tajweed rules. Today we will be speaking about the Sukoon. What is Sukoon? Linguistically, Sukoon means stillness, is to stay quiet without moving from place to another place. And as we all know, move means is to move and leave your first place to another place, back and forth, up and down, or whatever direction the direction of the move. When it comes to letter sukoon or stillness, means to stay in the letter makhraj and not to move to any other makhraj. Just to stay in the articulation point of this letter, and we indicate for sukoon with this sign, as you can see in the purple color, which looks like the small hair. Let's read Surah Al-Asr and notice about the second letters. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bism. The sin is sakina. You can see the indication for sukoon and you can notice that it is voiceless letter and also it's floppy. Wal Asr. Same for the sad. Sakina and it is voiceless and floppy. Innal insana lafi khusr. Same for the sin sakina in the middle of khusr. إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا. وتواصوا, the waw at the end is sakina and it is voiced letter waw. وتواصوا. There is no puff of air coming out while pronouncing it. And it's not so long like the sad or the sin, it's moderate. وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. You can also notice that all the letters at the end of the ayahs, when we do stop on them, despite they are voweled with harakas written on or under them, we make them non-voweled only in the stopping case. Since this is an Arabic rule, we don't start with a non-voweled letter and we don't stop on a voweled letter. Move in letters is to have fatha, dhamma or kasra, vowelization, and in this you leave the letter makhraj to go to the jawf to have the fatha, the kasra or the dhamma. As we knew from the previous videos, the harakas are or the vowels are the daughters of the mad lengthening letters which come from the jawf. So in the move in vowelization, you leave the letter makhraj and you won't be able to recognize its characteristics, like if it is voiced, in voice or voiceless, floppy, moderate, or in present. Since you do go to the jawf to have the haraka, you don't stay in the makhraj like what you are doing if the letter was non-voweled, as we have pronounced wal asr, khusr. And also the letters, you can also notice when you stop wal asr that the ra also in this case was voiced and moderate letter, and so on. When we stop on letters, we said that we have to make them non-voweled letters. Sometimes we might have differences, like when you stop on a word ends with tanween fath, two fathas at on the last letter in the word, you have to make the last letter an alif. سميعا, سميعا. This is the way to stop on all the words which end with tanween fath or fathatain on the last letter. Adhan has the same case since also the last letter here is an alif. As also we have mentioned, this is another form for the alif, and the last letter is adhan, dhal with two fathas. We stop on it with alif, adha. The tight ta in the stopping case has to turn to be ha. Rahmatu has to be rahmah. The small letters at the end of some words, when we do stop on these words, we do stop with sukoon without adding the small letters. So if you stopped on rabbahu, if you stopped on rabbahu, it's stop rabbah. And also bihi basira, we stop on bihi like bih without the small letter with sukoon on the last letter. You have also to notice and know that the mad letters are always non-voweled, always second. We call them the dead sukoon, the dead non-vowelization. They are always non-voweled. Alif, preceded by فتحة, واو preceded by ضمة, and يا preceded by كسرة. Now we came to the questions. What is the difference between the ساكن and the vowel letter? Please stop with Sukoon on the next words. بصيرا, نعمة, نعمتي, سميع. Notice here it's not فتحتين, it's ضمتين. قدير, عليها. Also stop on ما له أن أخلده in the آية يحسب أن ما له أخلده. Okay, I will help you. بصيرا, we have two فتحas or تنوين فتح on the را, so we stop بصيرا. نعمتي, we have tied تاء at the end, we have to make it ساكن non-vowel and we have to turn it to be ها. نعمة. سميع, we will just make the عين non-vowel. سميع. قدير, we also have to make the را non-vowel ساكن. قدير. So instead of قدير, we have to say قدير. عليها, the alif at the end, it is originally non-vowel. This is a mad letter, so we won't change it. We will stop it with the same عليها. While if we stop the ما له, we have to make it ما له. أخلده, we have to stop without the small واو and with making the last hair non-vowel to be أخلده. جزاكم الله خيرا والسلام.